Hello friends, this is Lee, the Cold War Prepper, and today we're doing part 2 of water filtration, water purification. So I'm going to divide it up into 3 groups. We've got water straws. I believe those are only good for bug-out bags. We've got water bottle systems, and I prefer that those be used for bug-out bags. And then we've got the home systems. So let's take a look first at our straws. This one's really old, so I just knocked my cane over. So anyhow, the water straw is only good, in my opinion, for bug-out bags. Now, anytime you use a straw, I'm going to use a different straw and show you how they work because I don't want to open that one up. It's still factory sealed. But I think that's one of the first ones I bought back in the 70s or 80s. So basically with a water straw, what you're going to do is it's got the filter inside of it. It's got an intake point and then it's got an output. So you're going to have the flow of the water going through. The bad thing is you got to get down fairly close to your water source, and if that's a contaminated water source, you don't want to have your face too close to the water source, which is why I don't use those for home systems. I only have them in my bug-out bags. All you're going to do is hydrate yourself. The disadvantage of these is you cannot use them to get water to make a cup of coffee or to rehydrate frozen foods, freeze-dried foods, or dehydrated foods, unless, of course, you want to suck it in, spit it out, and use the spit water to do those things. So this is the Survivor filter, personal Survivor filter. One of the nice things about this is it comes with 2 bags. So it kind of puts us into a transition point where it can either be a water filter, personal water filter with a hose attached here, or I can screw onto one of these bags. Now I claim that the red tab is going to be my dirty water, the blue tag is going to be my clean water. So I take the cap off the dirty water bag. I'm going to put a kerchief over it with a rubber band, go down, scoop up my dirty water. That way I'm filtering out most of the big stuff before it gets into the bag. Then this is going to screw onto that bag, hold it upside down, and then I'm going to put this end, the good water end, into the blue bag. So I'm squeezing the water through from the red bag into the blue bag, filtering it and purifying the water that goes into the blue bag. That way I know my blue bag is always clean, fresh water that I can drink. And or you can use it as a straw, either one. I got, I think it was about a $39.95 price. This is probably the least of the filter capabilities. It's only 0.2 microns, so it's only effective for 99.999% removal of bacteria and 99.99% removal of viruses. But the filter does have a lifespan of about 26,000 gallons of water. Now let's move into water bottles. So, and the ones that I do have in my bug-out bags, I just didn't get them out, were Lifestraws. I like Lifestraw. So when we talk about water filtration, another one is Sawyer. Sawyer is one of my favorite companies. The Survivor filter is made in China. All the rest of the products I'm going to talk about are made here in the U.S., and I prefer to buy U.S.-made products. So the Sawyer water system, personal water bottle system, you unscrew the top. You, once again, put a kerchief or something over, dip your water out, put it into the bottle. Then you notice you got the filter at the bottom. It goes down in like this, and then you screw your top back on. Now, the disadvantage to these water bottle systems, in my opinion, is that now you have to flip the top open and put one of their straws that they provide you onto that little spigot and then suck the water up. And the water bottle has to be in an upright position because remember the filter is way down here, your source. So that means that you can't turn the bottle upside down to filter it to get water for your coffee or for rehydrating your meals. So that's a disadvantage with that. So the Sawyer personal water bottle is $44, 0.1 microns. So that's 4 nines for bacteria removal, 4 nines for virus removal. The filter has a lifespan of 100,000 gallons. Next one is another American company. It's the Seychelles company. I bought about 6 of these when they were sold at the we were very lucky here in the Austin area. We had one of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Provident Living Centers. So I used to go once a month and get 6 different cans of food, 1 case basically, but it was mixed. And then every once in a while I'd pick up one of these just to pick it up. And I got it for about half the price because I got the wholesale price of these. But the good thing about Seychelles water bottles is it's got 3 different filters. So I'm going to give you the quotes on the worst filter, which is what I have. And then you can upgrade that to an intermediate filter. And then they also have a nuclear radiological decontamination filter. So this filter on this bottle, and you can see, same thing, the filter's down at the bottom, so you gotta have it in an upright position. One thing I do like about this over the Sawyer is you've got this flip up thing. So with your Sawyer, you got to make sure you don't lose this little thing or else you can't drink. With this one, it's attached already built into the bottle. And you can see everything. You can see how much water you have left and everything. So I like this clear bottle. The bad thing about the Seychelles bottle is that's only good for 150 gallons. So it's probably got the least filtration longevity of all the systems that we're going to talk about. So that bottle is $39.95. Retail right now from the Seychelles store, it's 99.99% removal of bacteria and virus, 150 gallons. The next filter up, I didn't write the specifications for that, but that puts it up basically in the same range as the Sawyers. And then of course they've got the radiological filter. Let me tell you, when I was on their site doing research for this, I found out that they do have a radiological kit that looks very interesting, and I'm considering ordering it. And that is, they have, for $197.75, they have a 1 gallon pitcher, so it becomes a home system. Put your water in, pour it out, it removes fallout from the water as you're pouring it into your new source for your water. Then you get 4 of these bottles, but the thing is, this filter down at the bottom is all the radiological removal, contaminant removal. So now you can remove the water as you're drinking it from the bottles. So that's a fantastic thing, I think. It removes radon-22, radium-226, plutonium, uranium, and cesium-134 and cesium-137. I think that's a great thing. If you think we're going to get into a nuclear war, that's an outstanding process to have. Now let's talk about the home systems. And these aren't very, well, some of them may be a little bit more transportable than others, but the Cadillac has got to be the Berkey water system, the big Berkey. I'm on a iPad, so I'm not going to turn this around and everything else to show you mine, but it's basically a stainless steel upper chamber and a stainless steel lower chamber, and they come in different sizes. The big Berkey, which is the one I have, is 2.25 gallons. It can take anywhere from 1 filter to 4 filters. Each filter is good for 3,000 gallons. So if you put the 4 filters in there, that means you got 12,000 gallons worth of water. And it is the best filter of all the systems that I'm going to show to you today. It's a 0.01 micron filter. It removes 7 nines, 99.79999999% of bacteria, and 4 nines, 99.9999% of viruses. It also removes volatile organic compounds, gasoline in the water or anything like that, and it removes radon-222, which is a commonly occurring radioactive substance in the earth. So, that way it's got very simple radioactive removal in the big Berkey system. So, it's also got, like I said, the 2 filters that come with it. It's good for 6,000 gallons. You say, well, that's not very much. Well, let me tell you something. Take 6,000 gallons, divide it by 2 people. That's 3,000 gallons per person, and that's basically what one filter does. Now divide that 3,000 by 365. And because, days in a year. And what you're going to find out, if you use 1 gallon per day, which they say you're actually going to use half a gallon for drinking, the other half for sanitation and stuff like that, then you've got 8.22 years worth of water, clean water, just out of the basic system without ordering extra filters like I did. Now, the other nice thing about this is it sits on the counter. You just fill it up. It does its own thing at its own pace. It doesn't overfill. And because you can't overfill it because the top and the bottom are the same sizes. Then you take the spigot and you put it into another container in order to have it for a while for storage. So my favorite of all the systems. Down below, there's my affiliate link, and it's also got a 10% discount code, CWP10, which is Cold War Pepper 10. And if you order on that link with that code, you get 10% off whichever system you want to purchase. Now, the next one is Lifestraw. So like I said, I have their personal water filtration devices, their Lifestraws, in my bug out bags. I consider this more of a camping home system. So this is the Mission. This is a 12-liter bag over here. 12 liters is equivalent to about 3 gallons of water. So you're going to fill this up with your water. Once again, you're going to filter it with a kerchief or something as you're putting the water into it. Then it's going to go through the filter system. This is your output here, your output hose. That's going to go into some sort of a container that you're holding your clean water in. So that's, you got to hang it up. It's got a strap. You can either hang it up in the backyard. I've got a hook in one of the support beams for the patio roof, and I can hang it up there. or you can use a tree limb or something like that because it is detachable, attachable. Now, so the Lifestraw Mission cost $130. It's 0.01 microns, pretty close to the big Berkey. It's got 4 nines for bacteria, 3 nines for viruses, and it's good for 100,000 gallons. So it's got a real good long lifespan. So if you have somewhere you can hang it up inside the house and you can lift that up to that height, then I would say that might be a good choice for you. The rest of the systems I'm going to show you, with one exception, are going to be Sawyer systems. So let's start off with the biggest of the Sawyer systems, which is going to be the gravity filtration system. So this is basically Sawyer's equivalent to the Lifestraw, okay? And believe it or not, this has a slightly better filter. So the Sawyer is going to have 4 nines for both bacteria and virus, and this is good for 1,000,000 gallons. So this has got a 1 gallon bag that hangs up. That's a little bit easier for somebody like me to lift up and hang in place and everything else. So for a home system, if you're going to do it outside or you have a tripod or something set up inside, this would be a great system for you to use inside the house. Now the next one down from there is going to be the Berkey squeeze system. So the Berkey squeeze system is it has, I'll use the mini to show you. This is the larger brother to the mini system. I'm going to show you the mini system, and they're the exact same thing, just size of bag is what differentiates the two. So with the certain Berkey squeeze system, basically what you've got inside is you've got you got the straw hose if you want to use. So you can use the filter if you want to. You can attach the straw to it, and so this becomes your intake down here, and this is your outtake. You uncover it. You can use it as a straw down into the water. So that's one way you can use it. You can also take this, and it has a squeeze bag. So you can take this, put your kerchief over the top, dip it into a dirty water source, accumulate all that dirty water inside, let the bag fill up. Then this is threaded so that it fits on top of the bag. Now you can do either of two things. You can either pull, that is suck, the water out of the bag and filter it as it comes through, or you can hold it upside down and squeeze it through, and then it goes into some sort of a personal water device where you're going to keep it, so that now you can use that for coffee, for rehydrating frozen foods or freeze-dried foods or whatever. One thing that I really admire Sawyer systems for doing is the threads and the cap of this fit any normal sized drinking water bottle. So if you find a bottle of water on the street and you're not sure whether it's clean or not, you open the cap, screw this on, you can drink directly from that bottle. I admire them for having that kind of forethought and doing that to make the system a lot better for us. The final system I'm going to talk about is another survival system. This is the Survivor System Pro, and I have 2 of them. Gosh, what did I do with there? It is. What did I do with it? This is another option if you're going to have it at the house. This is a manually driven pump. So you've got your clean water input here. So when you take the charging handle and lift up, it basically sucks in a certain amount of water from your dirty water source. And then when you push down, it forces that water through the filter and into the discharge port over here. So this is a manual system. So basically what you're just going to do is you got your dirty water over here, your clean water over here, and you're just going to lift it up, push it down, and it's a pump system. So that it's more manual than anything else. But you do have to have something to put the clean water into. So I like that concept. I like having it in my house. There are 2 disadvantages to the Survivor Filter Pro, even though I have 2 of them. Number one, it has the least effective membrane system of all the systems I've shown you today. It's only 0.2 microns, but it does remove 99.999% of bacteria and 0.99% of protozoa and viruses. It does have a flow rate manually of 12 ounces per minute, and that filter is good for 26,450 gallons. It sells for $90 on Amazon. So I hope this gives you an idea of several different options you may have for selecting a water purification and filtration system for you to use in your home. Remember, we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Togetherness is the key. Take care. This is Lee. Bye-bye.